Welcome everybody back again for another exciting episode of OTC Off the Clock. I got Zubaz to my left. Zubaz, how's it going?
It is going great, but I'm very confused about what's on your right.
And on the right, it is the one, the only Olmos Def making his camera debut.
Oh yeah. How's my mustache?
It's looking great. Making me feel bad about mine. But we got a lot to talk about today. Almost Def, thanks for coming on to OTC, subbing in for DuBois as he's busy. But again, like I said, a lot to talk about. Let's jump straight into it. TOL, it's happened. It just finished. Feldmass is our not new, reigning, a back-to-back defending champion as he defeats Merciless in the TOL. I believe 109-11 to 106-14. Very close match. We're just gonna be talking about our thoughts. What do we think about the TOL? How was this run? I'll start it off. I thought this TOL went extremely smooth, especially comparing it back to TOL 8 when there was a lot of discussion and controversy and drama. This one pretty much drama free, a little bit. There was a little hiccup in there, but it didn't really affect anyone too much. But again, Feldmass played lights out DCL once again, and Merciless almost completing his Cinderella story of coming back from being retired from the game, throwing his hat in the ring one last time, taking one last ride around the track, and almost winning the whole thing. But I was very excited to see Nightwing come back and prove how dominant of a player he is, and then Question proving to be such a huge benefit to the TOL. And then even Stitch, I thought TOL 8 showed off Stitch. I think TOL 9 showed Stitch off even more. And again, I'm seeing the play is getting better and better every TOL. I think players are going deeper. I think the play is getting better. The scores are getting higher. It's just so interesting to watch. Almost Def, or no, actually, let's take it to Almost Def. Zubaz, Almost Def, what do you think?
It was a great tournament, and especially, I forgot to enroll. Whoops! And we got to do a quick last-minute rally thanks to all the players that joined the rally. Merciless was one of them. He wasn't going to do it, and see what happened with him. Congrats to Feldmass. There were some doubters because he rode that comp in the finals, and it's like, could he do it again? Not with that comp, and he was very smart. Kept his tunes, planned his rosters for the long run. I could not do that. I gave him my best in the qualifiers and quarters, but in the end, when you do your matches on the last day before PvP reset, you get. I got killed by a bunch of Atro teams, man. It was painful. But great tournament. I can't wait for TOL 10.
Yeah, I think the big story is not necessarily that Feldmass won or that Merciless. I think the big story was that I qualified for the knockout round. I think that's what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to see. But no, it was a lot of fun. The thing that every time it comes up, I think we've done 9 of these now. There's only been one time in the finals where it was kind of like a blowout, and I had to do a lot of scrambling to talk about random stuff during the final itself. This was one that came down to basically the last match. You could see that the spread was 3 at the end. And I think, for the most part, we just saw the best play. We saw a lot of people do head-to-head matchups throughout the knockout round, which is great. We would love to see more of that. We can never make that like an official rule because it's so hard to schedule, but when the players can do it themselves, it's been amazing. So better and better every single time. I think this was the best one yet. I really do. Every single one, I think it improves. The stream improves. The tournament play improves. So everybody's got to get out there for TOL 10. It's the big one.
I agree.
Yeah, let's get 32. Let's get 32 next one.
Oh yeah, that's the dream.
Definitely.
32 entrants. Tell all your alliance mates if you watch a TOL, you want to be in it. Tell them join in. Yeah, it's great. I agree. I think it's getting better and better every time. And TOL 10, I'm really hoping it's going to be a big one, even with graphics wise. But Zubaz.
Speaking of TOL 10, I think one of the things that everybody keeps an eye on when they're building their tunes month to month, we get these questions all the time. Is this tune going to be banned in the Tournament of Legends? Because there are people that legitimately don't want to invest that much in a tune if they're not going to be able to use them in the Tournament of Legends. And right now, the big question is Monkey Prince. And so what we're talking about here, Monkey Prince, is he overpowered? Is he just right? Listen, I played a big role in developing Monkey Prince's kit. Me and Hawkeye really did a lot of work on that in terms of giving feedback to the devs. So I love the kit. It's a character that I love. I have talked a lot about how that run of Monkey Prince, the 12 issues over the last couple of years, was one of my favorite runs in comics. And so I wanted to make his kit special. It is so true to the lore. That is why I love the kit. All he does is annoy people. He's like rambunctious, he's annoying, he enrages you without doing a lot of damage. He kind of relies on everybody else to do damage. So he is a perfect encapsulation of what he is in the comics. And I think he's just right. I think you can control him very easily with tunes that have can't miss basics. I think you can add your sort of buff or debuff immunity and you're fine. So I think he's good to go. What about you, Josh? What do you think about Monkey Prince?
Oh man, he's really, really good. I've been playing with him almost nonstop since he's come out. One of the main reasons I have been doing that is purely because I get to use Harley and Batgirl again. The evasion meta is back. He makes them even better. And it's just amazing how powerful he is. But he's also can do it without Batgirl Harley, which is what makes me nervous for him in TOL 10 because I'm watching him just play and I'm ripping through teams left and right and TOL eligible teams. And it's just, he's ripping through every single team I've thrown at him. And it's making me real nervous because, again, I've dumped money into Monkey Prince. I put a bunch of gears. I'm going to take him rebirth or whatever. You don't need a rebirth him, but I might take him a little bit more. And he's making me nervous. I think he's a little borderline OP. Again, you can fight against him. He's annoying, but when you use him, it's very, very, very easy to just take him to that next level. Almost Def.
I don't think he's OP. He is just right. I think you may consider wanting to ban him in certain comps because, you're enraged because he is bleeping and annoying, right? And like the comp I've been using for the last couple of weeks, my thing is new tunes. I treat him like a new toy. I'm going to wear him out. And he was just, all I did in PvP was just use him with Coops, Lead, Parasite, and Trigon. And I use that against the Astro Girl teams. And it's like, come on, hit me. You can hit me. It was so much fun. I was like, whatever. Like looking at my battle log, defensive wins just like left and right. He's just right. Maybe that's a comp you can't use him. Well, you can't because Trigon and Parasite are banned.
I know exactly which comp you're talking about, and that's the comp that M4 gave me. And I have also been running that comp in PvP, and I am getting, defensive wins up the wazoo, which, minus Parasite and Trigon, but you slip in, change a couple tunes, you're going to get the same result. It's just bonkers.
I run him with Liberty Bell. I get Jesse out there, Jesse Enchantress, Poison Ivy, Monkey Prince.
And are you ripping through people?
Everything.
Come on. Like, is this too much? I don't know.
Yeah. You counter him with the can't miss too.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. Almost. Take us away.
CL. Well, I feel like I don't really have an opinion with this. I mean, let's just see how it goes with crypto. I haven't had a cat for a couple of years, so it's pets and me were a bit detached. I feel like I don't have much of a say. If crypto goes well, it's like maybe we could bring some more. There's like a Red Lantern cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
There is Dexstar.
Dexstar. I'm a cat person. See how it goes with him. But eventually, vet bills are going to pile up. PETA's going to come through.
Exactly.
Animal abuse. That's going to be a big issue. But I'm just going to let's see how it goes.
Listen. I mean, when we found out that he was getting added, I was so against it. I just had this instant like old Yeller situation in my head where like Deadshot hired gun just blasts him and he falls over, and I was just like, I don't want to see that. I don't need that. Like, I know there's violence against kids in the game. I know there's aliens, whatever. I know it's all fake. I still don't need to see anybody putting bullets into dogs. I know PETA would hate it. I know all these things. Now that he's actually in the game, I mean, it's fine. I fought him. I diseased him out. So I it's like, all right, maybe we'll slowly watch him die. I guess for me, the biggest thing, the reason that I hate it so much is because there are so many more viable characters. Like I'm like, you can't get Wildcat in the game. You can't get Animal Man in the game. There's these animal-based characters, and then now they're like, no, we don't need Wildcat. We don't need like somebody who's been in the Justice League for 60 years. Give him the dog. Give him the dog. All right. And it reminds me of Air Bud, where like some kid on a basketball team got cut because they had to make room for this dog. I'm just like, yeah, there's other tunes getting cut for this dog. So I'm out. I'm out on the pets.
There are no rules against a dog being in DCL, so that's something that you can check the rules with. I was very much against the idea of any animals being in the game. I know Crypto has always been asked for. Same with Dexstar. I mean, Dexstar's probably been asked longer than Crypto, but I've always like, no. Like the character should always be human-like, and that was my biggest thing. Was like I wanted them to be human. And you know, we always had Gorilla Grodd, and then we kind of went kind of wild with Starro, and now we've really gone full blast with Crypto here. And again, I made a comment on Reddit. I said, here come the cries for Dexstar now that Crypto's in. And then now we're going to get Chip, a Green Lantern. He's a squirrel. I mean, and the more I thought about it, and I just think at this stage in DCL, I'm just like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just freaking get all the characters out there. But I agree with you. There are so many characters out there that would be really, really cool. But I do think just visually, it'll look super interesting to see Chip, Starro, Crypto, Dexstar. I don't know, like whatever. Yeah. I'm in. I guess I'm ready to embrace the pets. So bring them on, DCL. We're ready.
It makes me nervous that they gave him the affiliation Super Pets, and that's not this. Yeah, now there are a lot of affiliations that only have one person in them, so but it still made me nervous that they did.
Bat Cow win. That's what I want to. But speaking of Bat Cows and 1200 PvP energy, we just got in some insane compensation the other day, and I hear rumors that it was maybe a mistake, but it really feels like just an unlimited supply of PvP energy. And I am in the camp right now where I'm thinking, how the heck am I going to spend all this energy going forward? And I honestly don't know. I think this was knee-jerk reaction. I thought, how dumb. How dumb. But then I thought about it. I'm like, this is great. This just encourages people to play. I would have blown through 1200 the campaign energy. I would have blown through that in 5 seconds. Sure, I would have got some good resources, some green energy, but I have enough of it. Almost, I know you have enough of it. A lot of players out have enough of it, and they also get a lot of it from raids. So the idea of having 1200 PvP energy, it's just maybe saying, hey, come play more Wraith. And you know what? I find myself playing Wraith a little bit more, and it's just I think a positive spin. If it was a mistake, a little happy mistake there. I think this is great. Do I want to see another 1200? I don't know. I really can't imagine burning through this much energy. But I'm gonna say this is a good thing. I'm with it. I like it. It's great. Almost take it away.
I mean, when we got that 1200 energy, I think I already had like 17, like already in the bank. Between
1700.
17 energy.
Okay.
I had 1217. I now have 765 energy. I might have pushed for a top 35 in Wraith.
Nice. All right.
So I did it, and I did it mostly with Coops and Coops, Parasite, Monkey Prince, Trigon, and then occasionally I got some PvP, Alliance points too.
Yeah.
But
I remember those.
It's cool. I mean, racking up some red essence. That's great for the shop because there are some, there's lots of good tunes in the shop. Both Alliance and Wraith.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I have no complaints.
Good.
WB, please mess up again and give me 1200 more.
It's funny. I think that's what a lot of people will do. Basically, I think a lot of people are going to sit on it until there's a very specific event that they want to dedicate it to, whether that's a blitz, whether that's a legendary challenge, whether it's, hey, next week is Monkey Prince week, let me go to ham. it was just so funny for me because so Hawkeye did a lot of the legwork on kind of the recommended minimum compensation that we were going to put forward as the NDA group. And he ran it by me. He had me check all the math on everything. I said, this looks great. You know, we went through it. I helped him. It was supposed to be essence. It was supposed to be like the PvP essence because that is what you could ostensibly have gained in those 3 days that we lost. And they made it energy. And I just remember it coming in and just like I actually laughed out loud. I was in the middle of an argument with somebody in the NDA group about a tune next month. And it's a uphill losing battle. You never win those arguments. And then this 1200 PvP energy comes in, and I was just like, stop everything. This is the perfect out. And it was amazing. And I still think it's amazing. For me, that is virtually a lifetime supply.
I mean, that's more. That's like what, approximately like 45 days.
It's about 45 days. It's about 24,000 gold. I said to Reeves, I said, I feel like I'm on a game show, and they just said, here's your lifetime supply of PvE, and that's great, or PvP, and that's it.
Yeah, that's like fruit cups for life.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it's like. That's.
I'm not going to eat all these.
Yeah, and there it is. All the breakdowns just like that. OTC off the clock. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode. Maybe we'll crank another one out here quickly very, very soon. Again, Olmos Def, thank you for coming on and making your debut and filling in for DuBois. You did great.
Man, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure. I miss you guys, man.
Yeah. Let's get you in here more often.
Yeah.
Listen, DuBois real flaky, so stay in touch.
Yeah, keep on your toes.
Always.
All right, that's it. Again, thank you all for watching. Remember to like, follow, subscribe, comment in the YouTube comments. What type of topics would you like to see? We would love to talk about them. And that's going to be it. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.